Hello fellow woodworkers, welcome to this week's edition of the Garage Workshop 10-minute tool review, and this week we're going to be reviewing Temu's Mite saw rollers. Roll the intro. So fellow woodworkers, earlier in the year I did a review of this Evolution R255 SMS Mite saw, which Evolution sent me to review for a 10-minute tool review, and it's formed the centerpiece of this new Mite saw bench. Now both of these videos, I'll put links in the description for this video of them, but since I've been using the Mite saw, a couple of things have really stuck out. The first being when I cut a piece of wood that is longer than the space on the Mite saw, I suffer a lot of issues with the wood movement. Now in my previous Mite saw station, I actually sunk the saw down to make it level with either side of the bench. I chose not to do that this time because A, I wanted it all mounted in one piece, and B, I wanted to keep a nice flat surface on my Mite saw station. So in my mind I was sort of thinking I'll come up with some plan for developing that, or some plan of getting around that problem. But in the last couple of videos when I've used the Mite saw, as I finished cutting, bits of wood have shot up, and it's really made me think that it's time to address that issue. So after quite a bit of research, I settled on what's in this packet, which I'll open in a minute. Now, I have to say straight off, this is a Temu product. I'm not sponsored. They haven't given me any money. It's not gifted. I paid for this out of my money. And inside this package, I'm hoping is the answer to my problems. So let's have a look inside it now and see what's in there. So when I was researching this, I thought of lots of different things I could do. I could build something that sort of folded up from the end, or maybe just create like a block or a wedge or a ramp or something that I could just put here and take away when I didn't use it. But after looking around a bit, I came across these rollers that you put on the end of your Mite saw, and the wood slides up and down a bit like a roller that you have if you're painting a ceiling or something like that. And I've looked around. You can buy them in lots of different places. They really vary in price, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money in case they weren't very good. So I found a pair on Temu. I'll put a link in the description to them. They've arrived. I haven't opened them yet, so let's have a look and see what they're like. Okay, so as you can see, a really simple design. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up, but essentially it's got a roller on a sort of fixed aluminium, it feels like, bed. On the side there are two screws, and when you undo them, when the screws are done up, they're sort of in a locked position, and it stops this moving because the nut can't go anywhere because the screw is there. So if I undo them on both sides, oh, not very good on that one, it should free the roller. So that is literally it. And when the roller is in the correct position, all you do is lock it into place with these silver bolts. Now I can say straight away, the threads on the bolt on one side isn't fantastic. Let's get a piece of wood, let's level them out, let's see how they work. So fellow woodworkers, I'm actually going to measure this distance and see how it relates. So it is 8.7, so 87 mil or 8.7. So I'm now going to try and actually set the roller to that height, and let's see how close I can get it. Okay, I think that is about right. Actually, the screw, I'm hoping you can probably maybe see that the screw on this side is not great. It's not sitting in the hole properly, and I think the actual screw, the actual thread or the screw, it actually looks like it's bent, but it's at the right level, I think. Let's get a piece of wood and test it. Okay, so with the wood on top, not level, let's level it out. It's actually really difficult, that one. Very difficult to move. Okay, so I've got it adjusted to the right height, but I have to be honest, it was really tricky due to the issue with the bolt on that side. It's almost impossible to tighten it up because it's on an angle. I think the actual bolt is bent, so I might have to find a different one there. But I've got it at the right height now. And what happens is it literally just sits there, you put the wood on it, and it slides it over, and the roller here, which isn't very free flowing either, basically slides the wood back and forward. So I've got a spirit level. Let's see how level I've got it. Okay, so there's a gap of about 2 mil there. If I move it up to here, it's absolutely level, which could be the mitre bench, but I also think it's sort of down one side and not the other. So not a great success. And obviously as you move wood back and forward, the wood has to be touching the roller for the roller to move. And I can tell you straight away, these aren't manufactured very well at all. The roller is not free flowing, and if you see, it sort of goes, then catches and goes, and then catch, and it goes and then catches. So that's not great, and obviously that's only one of them. The idea is absolutely fantastic, but I'm really sorry to say that the quality of this product is just not good enough for the job I want it to do. I can't get it to level properly on both sides, and when I have got it properly level, I can't seem to get the roller to engage when I slide the wood back and forward. In fact, that looks like it's dropped now just from me picking it up and demonstrating the roller to you. So not very impressed. I like the idea, and obviously I bought a Temu product, a cheap product, so had I paid a bit more money and got a better one, it might well have worked. So let's try the other one and see if we have any more luck with that. Okay, so I've just opened the second one of these Temu rollers, and the difference in the actual stand is night and day. You can see there how easy and freely it's moving. It's a lot easier to lock the bolts in place on both sides. They do sort of ship them quite a long way out, but both bolts are going quite nicely in, and it's going really nicely together. It feels nice and rigid, but the problem is the roller on this one. The roller is just pretty much not turning. I don't know if you can hear that. There is a horrible grating sound coming from the roller, and it's not free flowing at all. So this one, the body is much better, but the roller doesn't work. This first one, adjusting it is horrible, and the roller is a lot better. I mean, it's still not great, the roller, don't get me wrong, but it's better than that one. So conceptually, a really good idea, and definitely something that potentially I think I can recreate out of wood. But in terms of the actual quality of the product, I mean, that one of them isn't even sitting straight. I'll give you a close-up. It's not even flat and level. I mean, these weren't that cheap. I think they were about, I want to say there was something like £18 maybe for the set. So really not great, not very well manufactured either. So in that respect, bit of an epic fail, this one, I'm afraid. So, fellow woodworkers, that is the end of this shorter garage workshop 10-minute tour review. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you know, it's nice sometimes to sort of take the opportunity to try something out before you invest a lot of money. I know the roller situation now probably will work for me, but this is not the roller situation that I need, and I'm going to think about whether I can create my own rollers. I'll think about that. It could be an upcoming video because it's very straightforwardly made. If this is your first time at the Garage Workshop, please can I ask you to subscribe, like and comment. If you're a regular viewer, again, can I ask you to like and comment. If you've got a pair of these rollers or something similar that you're using in your own workshop, please let me know in the comments. Or if you've bought them from Temu or had a better experience than me, then let me know in the comments. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll catch you on next week's edition of the Garage Workshop. Take care, fellow woodworkers.